Hello everybody, this is John from AU Pack Mule doing part 2 of Arya's Endgame, and as a bonus, what's in the crypts of Winterfell. In part 1, I briefly explained why Arya might be motivated to marry the Night King, and how marriage was used to make and keep alliances. I also explained that the extensive training that she received gave her unique abilities that make it even a possibility. Now let's talk about the Night King, and why he might want to take Arya as Melisandre as his queen. To do this, we must go back to the original Night's Queen. The 13th Lord Commander of the Night's Watch fell in love with a woman who is described as someone looking like a female other. He took her for his wife and queen, and they lived that way for many years. And after word getting out of a plan soon was set in place to defeat the Night's King. Before we go further, let's listen to the words of the Night's Watch take their vows.
Night gathers, and now my watch begins. It shall not end until my death. I shall take no wife, hold no lands, father no children. I shall wear no crowns and win no glory. I shall live and die in my post. I am the sword in the darkness. I am the watcher on the walls. I am the shield that guards the realms of men. I pledge my life and honor to the Night's Watch for this night and all the nights to come.
So did you catch the part where Lord Commander says, I am the watcher on the walls? This always bothered me until recently I started doing my video series on the songs within this story. The one that I'm referring to is The Last of the Giants. It always quotes the last king saying, they build walls in my valleys. And then it started to make sense. Winterfell has 2 walls. Why 2? We're thinking, what does this have to do with Arya? Well, in the previous video, we talked about Arya being Blue Melesandre, and now we're talking about why it's critical that the Night's King needs to get into the crypts of Winterfell. After the Night's King was defeated by Joramun and Brandon the Breaker and the King of Winter, this story is very important. It's told by Old Nan in both Game of Thrones and repeated in the World of Ice and Fire, going back to the Watch's vows. I am the sword in the darkness. This is what the King of Winter is. The sword in the darkness. The horn that wakes the sleepers speaks to why there must always be a Stark in Winterfell. The horn that was used in the original battle by Joramun and the original Night's Queen is in the crypts of Winterfell. Wait, did I just say that? But why? So it's to prevent any of the children of the God-forsaken Union from returning south of the wall. We have always thought there was a reason for the King of Winter and later King of the North to have a blade on the tomb across their knee. We always know of the hot springs in Winterfell as well. This prevents the Night's Queen from escaping. There was no way that anyone would know that the long night would return. Once the Night King returns the corpse of the original Night's Queen and returns to the north with a bride to continue his race, the kingdoms will have peace for eternity. As we all know, George is a pacifist. War and the results of the war are not what this story will be about. It will be about the futility of war, and that's when we truly will be satisfied with this story. We all have searched for the bittersweet ending that he mentioned years ago. It will never be about happy endings that we see in Frozen and so many other fairy tales. It's always a bigger and bigger and even bigger surprise. Now please understand, this is my understanding of what will happen to Arya Stark through the reading of the great tales that George R.R. Martin has created. I hope you've enjoyed these 2 videos and my explanation of Arya's Endgame. Thanks for watching, and as always, grin like a dog, wander aimlessly, and eat dessert first. Goodbye, everybody.